Good evening and a very warm welcome to the Grassroots Weekend, the show. I'm Mal Lee, your host for this evening. And as they say, every other evening, welcome to the show. Hope everyone's had a great weekend so far. It's nearly to that day again, isn't it, Monday, where we're all feeling a little bit down and thinking that's the end of the weekend. We're back in work. That's fortunate to be back in work for most of us, I must admit. So, Grassroots football, we had a great weekend. We had the kids there on Friday evening. Had a little confab. We had obviously apologies from Ben and Connor. Ben wasn't feeling well and Connor had a nice family party. And I'm sure he enjoyed it, and I'm sure he's going to bring us some cakes this coming Friday. Now, we're not too sure whether Connor can make it, but we know Oliver can't on Friday because he's on a family that is getting looked after while his mum and dad go away for the weekend. So we should have 3 again on Friday evening, but it's getting closer towards the celebrity interviews. So watch this space and we'll let you know exactly who the kids have got to interview. And I want to get in myself as well. Why shouldn't I? 12 months since we've been doing this, and the kids are great now. I don't know whether you've seen them doing the TikTok on their kids voice box. Have a little search for it and watch them. They're getting together now. These kids did not know themselves, each other, not themselves, and themselves yet, I suppose, when they started with us. Now they're brilliant, honestly. It doesn't take long to get to know me and become busy mates, as I say, you know what I mean? That's what it's all about. And then you go and watch them, or you hear about them, their stories in grassroots football. And as I say, we were out and about on Saturday, watched a great game, excuse me, it's green tea, that. I watched a great game, I was walking around, it wasn't that, it was cold, so Nathan, I was right, I think I got that, and Jaden, forecasting, we were saying, weren't we, about the weather. It started off really mild and I thought, great, but as the day wore on, it got colder. And it was great to talk and chat to a few of the referees, and they were a bit short on Saturday, by the way, the referees in the league, and it wasn't through their fault, it wasn't through shortage of referees over anything else, it was shortage of referees because the big boys were playing Everton, big boys, yeah, I see, Everton and Aston Villa, and they were, Stevie G was back on Merseyside, wasn't he, at Goodison, I'm sure. Well, him and Luca Dean, they went down well as Coutinho and Danny Ings. It must have been a horrible day for Everton supporters and the team themselves, because unfortunately with Big Dunk in charge that the Everton fans are screaming for, they lost. Well, they lost. I'm not rubbing it in, it's just one of those games. And I don't think even the Evertonians thought that they were going to beat Aston Villa, even though they played a little bit better second half. But it was one of those games where you think end-to-end stuff, chance galore, goalies tested all the time. It was just one of those where a goal and then Villa decided to defend it, and that's what happens. They defended well and they came away with the 3 points. So there you go. But the football I was talking about, and the grassroots football, I was watching a Southport team versus L11, and do you know what? It was brilliant. Even the referee said, come and watch this, is it going to be a cracker? And it was a cracker, for the simple reason as L11 only needed 1 point. They only needed to draw level to win the league, that's all it was. And Southport, they needed to go away and win. Now, to be honest, it was great. It was end-to-end stuff, it was really good. The kids were fantastic, it wasn't a dirty game, and the referee, Olivia Henderson, she added to it, to be honest. She was excellent and made the game flow. Okay, we had a little conflab. Now, you managers will love this because Liv always turns around and comes back and says, I could have done better. You know, I think I was a little bit unsure on 1 or 2 of those decisions. Now, that's a self-outspoken to me, you know. So this is the way it is with referees. They know they could have done better, and if they think they've made a mistake, they'll own up to it. But the game flowed, and I just thought it added to the game, and the atmosphere was brilliant. From the touchlines as well, well done parents. Okay, 1 or 2, moan at the referee on 1 or 2 decisions, but that was it. It just stopped once the game flowed again, and I suppose that's the way it is, because you can't take the passion out of the game. But I enjoyed it, I thought it was fantastic. It finished 1-1. Yes, 1-1, it could have gone either way. My forecast, I said, it's got a draw on the cards here, and boy, was that brilliant to forecast. I'm just too good, mate, when it comes to grassroots football. Anyway, I stood away, watched it from the side. There was nothing going on, everything was all great. The referee, Sophie, was fantastic. She turned up. Well done, Soph, for turning up there after last week. Done a great job, as always. And as I say, Olivia too. And the other young referees, Callum, he was there as well. He turned up. But as I say, there was a no-show for many of the referees there today. And that was because of 12:30 kick-off Everton. So that put the dampeners on things. And it does get in the way of kids' football, I must admit. But what can you do? All these parents wanted to go to the game, but the kids turned up, and it was the later kick-offs. I missed, 20 minutes of the game, but it was worth it. Honestly, it really was. And it was great to meet up with Chris and get some of those sponsor forms out for the skydive for his lads. He's got 5 extra skydivers, so I need all the details. I need the weight, and I need anyone who's doing the skydive. The weight isn't for me, by the way. I've got to fill these forms in and get them back in to the parachute centre. Yes, I have. They need to get them in. I need to get the forms sorted so we can motor on, and that's the first one for July 10th. I'll be meeting most of the lads next week, and I did today, talking with them over the football, but that's it. I'll just let them get on because they're all rushing around. And Steve, sorry, thank you very much, River Juniors, for your independent sponsorship for me. And I didn't even ask, straight over to me and said, yeah, I'd like to sponsor you. Thank you very much indeed, honestly. Over the moon, it means a lot. And he said he'd get us some off the club as well. So I'm happy with that. Amazing. Thank you very, very much. I haven't even advertised my side of things. But if you do want to sponsor me, mal@don'texttheline.com. Get in touch with me. Add me as a friend if you're not already. And we'll, on the social media, well, give us a shout and we'll meet up, and I'll bring the form along, and then you can fill that in for me. And I think it's £5 a mile, and there's 84 miles. No, I'm just kidding you. I'm just kidding you. Not just out of 10. The 10 is sort of like the limit. It just helps. It really, really does help for our Heart of Gold initiatives. And talking about our Heart of Gold initiatives, one sec. Sorry to our listeners there on SoundCloud. Rob Lindsay teamed up with Rob as one of our suppliers, and there's many of them getting in touch with me now regarding the RefSpect stuff. Honestly, I've got loads going on, and it's just going to help the referees, the young referees in the future as well. And I passed a t-shirt and some shorts to the two young female referees, and they were ecstatic over it. Couldn't thank me enough, and why shouldn't I? Now, if you look at these, look at this, fantastic. No ref, no game. These are all logos for me to put on the t-shirts when I'm doing them, or the shirts. RefSpect, come on referees, why not? Very cheap indeed, and it's all going to Don't Cross the Line. What we do, everything that we do is we're a not-for-profit organisation. And look at these, look at them. They're our Heart of Gold. There's the one for the football and one for the pure Heart of Gold. And there's many of you out there. And what we're doing with this, we're trying to mend broken hearts. We're trying to bring broken hearts back together with what we do, with the charity work that we're doing. And we're doing activities, as you all know. We're attempting to do a skydive and then go into the walk on the same day, the start of the walk on Hadrian's Wall. Let's just hope the weather is just fair. Not red hot, not red hot. And we have Don't Cross the Line as well. Founder of that in 2003. And you can see a nice little logo there that Rob kindly supplied to us. So we know that they are genuine when they go out. So we're not soft, you people out there. Anyway, they're all to go on t-shirts, they're all to go on football shirts. Anyone who wants to support us, please, the Heart of Gold. We've got plenty of teams. Quarry Green, JFC, they're doing that already. Look at them, look at them. And I'll tell you a little story about Chris. He's got me going here. You might have seen the cardboard cut out and it's appearing. And there's a competition that the local paper's doing in Skelmersdale. And we have a cardboard cut out of this one. Now, Chris, honestly, what is he like? He's turning around and got the cardboard cut out and he's taking photographs. It could be leaning on a police car, it could be anywhere. And in the local paper, it's spot. You're going to love this. If you heard the saying, where's Wally? And well, this is what Chris has come up with now. Where's Mally? Dear me, he's called me. The Heart of Gold there. Mally, where's Mally in this competition? And the kids can all enter this competition. It's going on. I think they've done about a 12-month contract on it. So good luck to Chris and well done to the Skem local paper there. for carrying out and supporting it with One Call Taxis. And One Call Taxis is going to get involved in a big way. Now, you heard what I was trying to say to you the other day. We'll talk grassroots football in a minute, but I was just talking about the game there yesterday. It was great at Warrington, everything clear, except for the weather. It was a little bit colder. And what do we expect? We can't really grumble at the weather that we are having at the moment. I thought I'd just turn my keyboard off then, because I've got a habit of holding on to things. It's like one of those, isn't it, when you're talking with your hands, you want to stop that. And I guarantee you YouTube will use that now. They'll use that as the pose. Hands in the air. What's going on there? Let's tune in. And I totally forgot what I was talking about. And I think we'll come back to grassroots football. I think we were talking about the walk, Hadrian's Wall. Remind me if it was or wasn't. But what we're doing a Warrington, we're doing a Warrington to Liverpool walk, town hall to town hall. And what we did ask is we were trying to get people who were struggling, not these big charities, not these people who are helping everyone or an individual one, but they're getting loads in at the moment. It was just someone who was struggling, a family who was struggling, or maybe no friend who was struggling to raise money. And we were inviting them to get involved with us, and we were going to raise money for that cause, that worthy cause, on the day. We haven't worked the day out yet. It's going to be February or early March, but I think it may be February, the way people are talking and asking me. So people are now joining up for the walk, and we don't want kids, obviously, not the reason being that kids can all come. You've got to be 16, 17 to do the walk, responsible basically. A little bit of road sense, because you can understand that we're doing a 26-mile walk and there is roads involved in there, and we don't want the responsibility of any of the kids running into the road, and we don't want any responsibility. You come on our walk, you do it at your own peril. That's what it is, perils, because what we're doing is a 26-mile walk. It could be a little bit more. It was when we done the run. Thank you very much to Paul who mapped out the plan, or the map, and it was like 29 mile, and we walked a little bit, and I was saying to myself, I'm really, really sorry I had to walk. This was a 29-mile marathon that we were running. Anyway, Paul's got it all right, and we're going to map it out. It'll be a 26-mile walk, but don't believe that it is easy. It's not. I'm doing my training now. My foot's still sore. I saw my physio yesterday, and I was having a little chat to him, and he's brilliant. He's going to be working on me again. Probably may just take my foot up for a week just before I do the walk. I'll take all the strapping off, which I did when I done the National Three Peaks, and touch wood, oh, brilliant. I didn't have any pain, but I think it's an aftermath now of doing the marathon and the walk in itself. But my physio did say this could come months down the line, but it comes straight after the National Three Peaks walk. And it's still there. I'll go on 5-6 mile walks now, and I'm still feeling it. So I just want to get that out of my system. And as I say, we'll go back to the walk. People are joining up with us now. Clubs can come along, and they're using it as a sponsorship for themselves to raise money for their causes. And people are all jumping on it. Dear me, I think we're going to have a few to raise their cause. You know, and obviously we'll keep a check on them all, making sure that they all do the 26 mile, and we take a little note, and we'll be your witnesses. They can join with us, and we're the ones, the forerunners. We're going to be in front and coaching them along the way. Honestly, they're going to love it, but it's not going to be any racing off. I can do this. This is a doddle. I'm going to run mine. Whatever it is, if you want to do that's okay. Well, just stay in line and stay with us. And that's what we're doing on February. A walk from Warrington Town Hall to Liverpool Town Hall, just to get our fitness up for our Hadrian's Wall Challenge, which is August the 3rd. We need a big long walk, and I'll see most of them as well, or I've been seeing most of them, and they're all up for it. Team DXTL are up for it, because they are the team, they are the leaders, they're the ones who are going to master this. So stay behind us, and hopefully we'll have some t-shirts done for our day, and whatever t-shirts you're wearing for your day, then let's go with that. But I'm sure you'll get a lot of people sponsoring yourselves and making some money. And all we ask them is for a little donation to the Heart of Gold initiatives, because it is helping grassroots football along the way. Just having another sip of my green tea, not Lady Grey, green tea. Gone mad on that lately, the last couple of days. Cheers everyone. Hope you're enjoying yourselves. Hope you enjoyed all your football, even including the Premier League games. We'll chat about Liverpool a little bit next week. I want to try and get some shows in, and I know Rob Lindsay, as I said, just on the logos, Just plenty of logos. Get in touch with me if your team need any logos as well. And we're coming up with 1 or 2 ideas that you'll be liking that. I'm trying to announce that next week, so you'll have a chat to Rob and go through it with himself. And as I say, I've had plenty of people on board want me to get involved with this, you know, with the ref spect, with ideas. Well, anything that doesn't come up, that the likes of Rob can't do, or we're a supplier in Liverpool, then I'll be looking into it also. But it looks very, very interesting indeed, I assure you. Okay, your grassroots football, how did your team do? How was the referee on your day? Did you look after that referee? Because when it comes to April 23rd and we're having an awareness weekend, that's when we want everyone involved with us. Please, we want you all supported, because it's going to be a massive, massive ref spect awareness weekend. Where our Premier League referees will be wearing our t-shirts around the Premier League grounds in support of the grassroots referees. We need lots of support. We need to encourage more referees in, and we know that the FAs are doing the courses now and more referees are coming through. But as I say, not like yesterday's where we couldn't call on any referees. We're going to try and do some sort of mapping and get you all organised how you can get involved in the refereeing side of things. And also, if there's a shortage of referees and you're only around the corner, jump on board. Yes, jump on board. Plenty of games there for you. Anyway, as I was saying, please let us know if you're going to be a new referee coming to the sport. I'm sure there is. There's 1 or 2 contacts me already saying they're looking forward to working closer with me. That's brilliant. Don't cross the line. The Respect Awareness campaign. And it seems mad, doesn't it, that they're all looking out for me and not the assessors from the county FAs. I must be doing well. I must be doing good, you know, because I like to see the referees. And as I say, that game and the games with the young referees there on Saturday, Junior Ref, JFL there, North Liverpool, it was great. And Olivia was fantastic and added to that game, as I said. It was great to watch. And I thought 99.9% of the decisions she got correct. Kept up with play, kept the kids flowing, and the kids were all, you know, arguing back. She handled them very, very well indeed. So well done to Sophie and also to Olivia. Brilliant. And it's nice to have them back refereeing as well. They've had upsets over the last few weeks, but they're strong girls and no one's going to put them down. And especially now that we're watching the backs and walking along the touch lines, just to make sure that they are also looked after. So wherever you are, I hope it's the same thing. I hope people are all respecting those referees, because they turn up week in, week out. No ref, no game. You saw me post that I put up there on social media where I'd just done a referee t-shirt or kit with shorts. Just lay it there, and there's a little comment where it said, "Mum and Dad, do you remember when we had a referee for our games?" And it was just like a little, with a poster, "Don't bully the ref" next to it, just to give you a mention as this is what could happen if we carry on being irate towards our referees. Many of them will just walk away. Okay, you could say, they won't, you know, because they need the money. But honestly, they're all very, very good. Many of them are very close to just doing that as well. So come on, when you're out and about, on the touchlines, support the kids and support our referees. They need the support. They need as much support as you possibly can give them. Just go out and enjoy the game of football. Yes, the passion's there. Love it, love encouragement. I love it when you see the kids clapping them, well in goalie, great shot, you know. And I love when the away parents, we say, or supporters, are shouting, you know, and encouraging the other kids, the away team. And as I say, there's some good football plays. What can you do? Just get behind every kid. They love encouragement, and so do the referees, because 99.9% of them now are all kids coming through. The experienced referees, no need to worry about them. They just take it in their stride. They're too experienced. They know what to do. So you don't really need to watch their back that often. But we're there for all of them, regardless of what happens. And as I say, we're out and about all over the weekends, and we've got loads of stuff to do, loads of planning to do, loads of hard work, but we'll get there, honestly, we'll get there, and we want to bring you on board. And I've got a great meeting coming up on the 4th of February as well. I'm not going to disclose it. It's a contract one that I'm looking forward to, and I'll let you know what it's all about soon. Honestly, so fingers crossed. I've waited for it for a good while. And so I've got a very busy weekend on the Friday. GP in the morning, meeting in the morning, young commentators in the evening, and there's something else. I think there's another meeting. So I've made sure that February the 4th is a very busy day for me, just like you're going to have your busy days all this week. But I always look forward to things, and it makes the week go quicker because I keep myself busy. I'm non-stop, honestly. 99.9 miles an hour a day, 24/7. That's me. That's what Don't Cross the Line, the Respect programme is all about, bringing people together, and we've been doing that with our campaign since 2003, and I'm making great friends, like Rob Lindsay. They're all coming on board now, honestly, the Zoom meetings are just amazing that I'm talking about, and I've got another Zoom meeting next week about my decision over some of the stuff that I looked at there on the Zoom. I'm not giving too much away, am I? But I'll keep you all informed. But it's all great for grassroots football, and that's what I'm here for. That's what I'm there for you. And look what we've done the other week, or just before Christmas, where we've done the food bank, and we managed to get in. I've got to call down this week as well and see one of the sponsors, Aintree Sofas, who were brilliant as well. They put their money up, so I'm going to give them a paper copy and a little mention that we've done there, just to prove that we were out and about as well. And what we've done, we raised the money and paid all the referee fees on that day. Yes, paid it. There you go. We give them all free referee fees, all the teams. So we're putting a lot back into grassroots football. People are recognising what we're doing. We're trying to make the sport so good for yourselves. That was on the Sunday, the Warrington KTL JFL League. So many people don't really know what we've done. But it was great. It was just an idea that we had, and in turn everyone brought their food, and we give it to fan support and food banks who take it all to the local food banks, and that's what they've done. They distributed it everywhere, and there was a lot of nice people all looked after, and I feel proud of that. Done me a little bit for Christmas just gone, and you did as well for donating. So it was like a big circle. Everyone was brought together on that day. Okay, there we go. I've gone well over the time. I didn't realise how long it was, but I hope you've enjoyed this weekend show. We'll be back again on Friday with the young commentators, and if you've got anything that you'd like me to mention, please just message me, mal@don'ttexttheline.com, or on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, all the social network sites, and I'll get your message out, even if the kids have got a birthday. And it was lovely to see little Isaac yet again yesterday tell me all about how his game went, and I missed him at the end. Oh dear me. Isaac, send me a message, let me know your score. Okay, from that on, we'll be back on Friday coming. We'll see you at 7 PM with the young commentators. In the meantime, put your feet up, relax, have a great week, and we'll see you on Friday. Good night, God bless.